we'll start in a minute.
Good morning to all. Let's first welcome our first keynote speaker, Shri Abhay Deshmukh sir, who is a managing director and has over 33 years of experience in industrial automation and control system integration. Being MD of Logical Automation Private Limited, he decided to venture into the machine tool manufacturing and renamed the company as Shilpin Machine Tools, sir. Now we'll be starting with sir. Over to you.
And everybody who's here, and most importantly all of you. I did not come here to inspire anybody too much as I would like to get inspired. I think that each one of you have an infinite potential to inspire and make our country and this world a great place to live in. So I'm here to get inspired, and for that there will be high josh required. We are not here as prisoners or some compulsion. You have all voluntarily come. Like Ashish said, we traveled, but I know you also traveled. I'm told there are students here from Hubli, Dharwad, Belgaum. So you too have traveled. Am I right? Yeah. So can you just name how many colleges do you represent here? And what is the background? Sorry? Mechanical engineering. From Dharwad, Hubli? Very good. So our question today is why entrepreneurship? And if you have seen my LinkedIn profile, I have said why not? So the real question is why not entrepreneurship? And we are going to explore various aspects. I would like to keep this session as interactive as possible. It's not a monologue. I did not come here to broadcast something. I could have gone live and just sent it over YouTube. So the real pulse is going to be felt when I interact with you. I've come here for getting inspired, not to inspire you. Okay? Not only to inspire you. I hope you get inspired. It is for Mr. Dongavkar and people like that. I'm an old school person. I'm older than all of you by almost 2 generations. The real question is, how do you inspire us? Because then we know we are leaving this country in safe hands. Okay? So I think that keep it interactive. You can raise your hand wherever you think it is appropriate. I'm not a lecturer. I'm not a jailer. I'm not a ringmaster. I'm a person just like you. I'm an entrepreneur from previous generations. You are going to be the entrepreneur from this generation, and you are going to be inspiration for us and people to come forward. Your children, your grandchildren, and so on and so forth. So I'm looking at around 150 years of continuity. I'm a link. You are a link. So let's keep this interactive. Is that a promise? Yeah? Thank you very much. Can we go? So how do we define entrepreneurship? And I know Wikipedia is full. If you don't need me to define what entrepreneurship is, but let's go about it in a little formal way. Entrepreneurship is the ability and readiness to develop, organize and run a business enterprise along with any of its uncertainties in order to make a profit. So what are the keywords here? Anybody? Profit. Excellent. Very good. Another one. Please stand so that you are louder. Otherwise too many people speaking. Profit I could hear. What? Anybody? Please stand. Skill. Skill. Okay. Is the skill? No. What is the next most important word? I think the most important word is uncertainty. Right? Profit and uncertainty. We all want profit, but we don't want uncertainty. Okay? We want high paying jobs, we want profit, we want money, but we don't like uncertainty. And entrepreneurship, unfortunately or fortunately, marries the two. You have uncertainty and you have profit. Higher the uncertainty, higher the profit. So, the first part of entrepreneurship is embracing uncertainty. Uncertainty in everything that we do, every day in and out. What do we do? Today it was very uncertain what time I will reach to Kolhapur from Aurangabad. Yeah, I reached at 7:50. It was very uncertain whether my taxi fellow will come. He came 15 minutes late. It was very uncertain if I could be here at 10:30. I was here at 10:15. And Ashish and I were talking on the way, and there was a whole possibility that I could be late and I would be the second speaker instead of being the first speaker. But see what happened. I continued. I continued from Aurangabad, I continued from Kolhapur, I am here, and I think I am before time. And that is the beauty of embracing uncertainty. Yeah, I think that I'm not going to miss. I have a couple of business appointments here. I'm going to go through. So when you embrace uncertainty, your success is guaranteed. If I had not embraced uncertainty, I would be late somehow and I would have missed being the keynote opening session of this particular beautiful session that we are going to have. So I think the key words here, apart from everything else, is uncertainty and profit. If you look at who an entrepreneur is, okay, entrepreneurship is one thing. Who is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur, there are two definitions. I will again like to read the second one. A person who attempts to make a profit by starting a company or operating alone in the business world, especially when it involves taking high risks. Again, the most important word, what is the most important word here now? Risk. We are risk averse by definition, by programming in our DNA, generally speaking, we are risk averse. And risk holds prospects for profit. You invest in mutual fund or you invest in stock market. They say stock market investments, higher risk, higher pay. Mutual funds, lower risk, lower pay. Fixed deposit, lowest interest rates. How many of you know what are the current interest rates in fixed deposit? 6 months. I cannot hear. One person, please stand. Anybody? The most courageous person will stand and say, what is it? Please, come on. We need some energy. I cannot speak Kannada, otherwise I would have. Yeah. 4 to 5% for 6 months, right? And mutual funds between 12 to 13%, they say, maybe 15%. And the returns in stock market can be multiple folds. The returns in real estate are multiple folds. So, I think here again, an entrepreneur, and on the left hand side you will see an entrepreneur holds a team. He is a leader, he is very assertive, and there is a risk tolerance. He obviously has knowledge. Yeah. So I think these are the characteristics. Look at the graphics and read these slides carefully. And I am open to giving this presentation to each one of you. If you want soft copy, hard copy I don't have, but soft copies can be given. You can have my email ID and we can be connected. Every word, because I think 1 hour is not enough to go through the total journey of entrepreneurship. But this is what an entrepreneur is being. Okay, one of the things when you talk of people, and I don't have to tell who is there, I have not put his name there. Who is it? Ratan Tata. See, graphics speaks louder than the words. And what do we assign adjectives to people like Ratan Tata? And those adjectives are right there. Can anybody read? Are the letters visible from back there? Yeah? So, visionary, successful, dynamic, resourceful, founder, industrialist, business leader, achiever, pioneer, and dreamer. Now, if you trade in a package in Google or Amazon for all these adjectives, now you tell me these adjectives for any of your friends from Google, your seniors from Amazon or any of the IT companies. Would you call them these names? And what do you do with all the money? So what we are doing by choosing packages instead of entrepreneurship is we are letting go of these adjectives. Okay? I mean, nobody will call a Google employee a visionary. Who is the biggest visionary in Google? Larry Page? Yeah? That's it. There is only one visionary in Google, that's Larry Page. Everybody else, Sundar Pichai, maybe, but maybe not. So you see the difference between Larry Page and Sundar Pichai. You could go to Sundar Pichai's level, but Larry Page is the visionary. You could be a Satya Nadella, but Bill Gates is the visionary. You see what happens? You get a lot of package. Satya Nadella has all the package. I'm very proud. I'm very proud of Sundar Pichai. But then who gets to be the visionary? Who gets to be called as the leader? Sundar Pichai is more less leader. But Larry Page is the bigger leader. So that is the beauty of entrepreneurship. That is what we should choose. We may not become Google, but who knows? There may be an Indian Larry Page in this audience. I've come here with a hope, with a very big hope, that I see in somebody's eyes a Larry Page of tomorrow, a Ratan Tata of tomorrow, an Anand Mahindra of tomorrow. I have not come here to see somebody who says, I need a package. Package is a very poor thing compared to these adjectives. These are wonderful adjectives. I would die if somebody says, Mr. Deshmukh, you are dynamic. Okay, I am. Thank you very much. But if I am not called any one of these, then my money doesn't matter. So I think that for the next generation that we are going to, you are all going to get married, you are going to have children, you have your dreams. So what would you be? Some people are so poor in this world, they only have money. Can we repeat that? Some people are so poor in this world, they only have money. So what do they don't have? They have no ideas. They have no hope. There was a relative of mine yesterday, a 70-year-old couple. I mean, the woman is 70-year-old. She is a relative of mine. Her husband is 75. Both their children are in Silicon Valley. And they have about 20 crores with them here in India. Their children don't need the money. And they came to me, they said, can you do something with our money? I can do a lot of things with your money. But why? Why? No, they said our children don't know. Our children don't want to come back to India. 20 crores. Okay? So I said, how poor these people are. They are helpless, they are poor, they have no vision. They have earned, in their youth, they have earned. I don't know, by good means, bad means, I don't know. But probably with good means. They have 20 crore rupees. And they are looking for whom? What are they looking for? Anybody? Yes? Why did they come to me? Yes, sir. Anybody? Ladies, why do you think these relatives came to me? For an idea. They came to me because money should go to good people. They have trust in me. Why do they have trust in me? Because they have trust in my entrepreneurial skills. So what was the package I was offered day before yesterday? 20 crores. I could use it or throw it. And that's the beauty of being an entrepreneur. You don't know. And I said, okay, let me think over if I can get 20 crores, and what do I do with your 20 crores? So understand that entrepreneurship gives you all these adjectives. They would not go, their children are working in Silicon Valley, but they are not giving 20 crores to them. You see, that's how life is. And if you are open to these kinds of ideas, if you project yourself as an entrepreneur, the world is limitless. Yeah? Excellent. When can you really be excused from becoming an entrepreneur, in my opinion? In my opinion, I will excuse each and every one of you if you want to be a monk. Yeah, whatever religion, whatever faith, whatever caste, creed. If you say, I want to be a monk, I want to serve the humanity. I am a mechanical engineer, but I want to serve the humanity. Fair enough, no problem. You will be excused. If you say, I want to be a fighter pilot, or I want to be in the armed forces, fantastic, don't need to be an entrepreneur in the conventional way. You don't have to work for profit. The profiting of the society by a monk is much more valuable than making profit as an entrepreneur. Saving the country from invasion. I have a friend who his son flies a Sukhoi 30. So I was talking to this person, Akash Rodge from Jalna, from where we belong. He said, "Uncle, we have an umbrella of Sukhoi 30s running sorties all over India. And if a single aeroplane doesn't fly, there is a chance that enemy will strike." Okay. And therefore, I said, "Yes, Akash, you are one of the wonderful. If you are not an entrepreneur, it's okay." And from 7th grade, he had that ambition that he'll fly an Indian Indian Air Force fighter pilot, fighter aeroplane. And that's what it is. That's what he is. So if you want to be in the armed forces, I'll excuse you from becoming an entrepreneur. You want to be a sports person, Sachin Tendulkar. Of course, he is a sports person first, now he's an entrepreneur. Yeah? If you are a social worker, you want to be a teacher, fantastic, noble. Ashish's mother is one of the best influence on my life. And I'm here partly because of her. Teachers make nations. And therefore, if you want to be a teacher, a fantastic teacher, a dedicated teacher, you don't need to make a profit. And therefore, it's okay if you don't choose entrepreneurship. You want to be a scientist. You want to be a Kalam. Fantastic. Don't be an entrepreneur. But if you don't want to be any of these, then I would urge each one of you to consider entrepreneurship very, very seriously. And we are going to see in the next slides why entrepreneurship. Because, it's okay. Really, if you want to be a Kalam, you want to join ISRO, you want to join DRDO, you want to join any public sector thing where you build a nation, you build nation's assets, then it's okay if you don't build your personal assets. Okay? You want to be IAS officer, you want to be in the civil services, you want to be an IPS officer, you want to do UPSC. Fantastic. You will help build this nation. I'm here primarily to talk to you about what are the various ways in which we can build this nation into one of the developed countries of tomorrow. That's the theme of my talk. Entrepreneurship is just one aspect of what I'm talking to you about. Okay? So I have seen young men hesitate to become entrepreneurs. And where does the hesitation come from? Can any one of you tell me if you identify any one of these? Yes, we need some participation here, sir. Can you tell me? Any one reason? Are you all able to read these? Yeah? Yes? I don't have any experience. Okay, very good. What else? Any other reason somebody has? Please raise your hand. Please stand up. It's my request. Yes, sir. Please stand up. You don't have capital. Okay. So experience and capital. Anybody else? Nobody in your family is a businessman. Okay. Sorry. Forgot that. Any other reason? How many of you think all these reasons are valid? Please raise your hand. All these reasons are valid? Are these the reasons why you don't want to be an entrepreneur? Yeah? Okay, we'll deal with them. Let's continue. The hesitation continues. Come on. My parents want me to go abroad. I want to pursue higher education. I want to get a government job. I don't like risk. I'm afraid of failure. I want pension. My family had a business. It failed. There are better opportunities abroad. There is a lot of competition in the market. Valid reasons? Yeah? Are these your doubts? That's why you don't want to be an entrepreneur? Yes, ma'am? Do you agree that these are some of the reasons why we don't want to be entrepreneurs? No? So what is your reason, some other reason? Please stand up.
The previous slide which I saw was a valid reason. I don't feel these are valid.
These are the reasons. Can we go back, sir? Yes, which one? All of them? Okay. So I have listed and let me tell you all these reasons why I did not want to be an entrepreneur. So you're right, where did I get this from? These are my own things. This is what I thought when I was your age or younger. Or even older. And at times I sit down and I say, why did I really become an entrepreneur? And That's what we are going to see today, because our topic is not why not be an entrepreneur, our topic is why be an entrepreneur. And there are maybe 15, 20 of these reasons why we should not be an entrepreneur. And when you see the long list of why we should be an entrepreneur, I guarantee you, at least 25% of you will very, very sincerely accept that you want to be an entrepreneur. Okay? So let's go further. I don't know if this inspires you or not. Let me tell you, America, by the way, I did not give it in my introduction, and I didn't tell it to Ashish and Tata Technologies. I have done my MS in computers from United States of America, way back in 1988 to 92. I have done my BE Mechanical Engineering from Government Engineering College, Aurangabad. I went abroad, I did my research in civil engineering, I did my master in computer science. From the US, we instrumented the water supply to the World Trade Center buildings that fell in terrorism. I worked at the Johnson Space Center in Houston. I managed the internet way back in 91, 92 at the Johnson Space Center in the US. Okay, that's my background. I didn't tell it to them because I wanted to plant it somewhere in what I thought. And in 92, I came back. And one of a very successful entrepreneurs from Aurangabad, he says, you took your biggest leap of faith in 1992. People go from India to America to say, there are greater opportunities there. And I thought, there are greater opportunities in India. Okay. So I came with the hope that India becomes developed. My mother said, don't come back, you are in NASA. She was in tears when she came there at Johnson Space Center in Houston. I used to work in the Mission Control Center. And she said, don't come back to India. I have devoted my son to science and technology. And my father said, no son, you are going to come back to Aurangabad because that's your karma bhumi. America is great, but India is greater. Come on, इस बात पर ताली तो बनती है. America is great, but India is greater. Bata, you know the story of Bata salesman who went to Africa? Anybody? 2 salespeople were sent to Africa from Bata. Bata, you know, shoes company, right? Do you know where is it from? It's from Czech Republic, now headquartered in Canada. 2 salespeople were sent from Europe to Africa. And nobody was wearing shoes there. So one salesperson said, he sent a report to headquarters, there is no market in Africa because nobody wears shoes here. Fair enough? Yes? Raise your hand if you agree with this statement. Yes? You said, right? Nobody wears shoes, so no market. What did the other person say? Nobody is wearing shoes, therefore there is a great market. So, when everybody is going to America, what should we do? There are 1.4 billion possibilities in this world. It's just our outlook, the way our brain has been brainwashed by social media, by great American marketing. Let me tell you that yes, America is a country of entrepreneurs. It's a country of opportunities because it has got entrepreneurs. And what is the state of Pakistan? Yeah, why entrepreneurship? Because we don't want to be Pakistan. Can you please name one Pakistani entrepreneur, please? Of the repute of Mr. Ratan Tata, Mr. Narayan Murthy. Can you? So either the Pakistanis are bad marketing people or they are really bad people. What do they promote? Sir? You know what they promote. And we as Indians, and we'll come in the next slides. So why entrepreneurship? Because we don't want to be a failed state. We want to be a successful country. We want to have great trade with America. Yeah? Next slide, please. You told me some reasons, but actually this is my opinion now. My opinion is you shun entrepreneurship because of packages. There is a term called package that they come for campus placement and offer. Then we say, my friend is working for Amazon and he got a package. And once that word package enters our brain, we cannot think straight. Then we become blinded to what package the rest of the world is out there to offer us. Yeah, that's one of the reasons. We are trying to leave an image created by somebody else. It's cool to be in Silicon Valley. It's cool to be in Bangalore. It's cool to be in IT. It's cool to write macros in Excel. And we say, if I am not with her or him, or like her or like him, then I am not cool. So that peer pressure prevents us from becoming and realizing our potential as entrepreneurs. Yeah? We are very much addicted to comfort and certainty. How many of us are addicted to comfort? Yeah. See, I have one honest person. Very much, please stand up and let's give her a round of applause, please. She's a very, very honest person. Thank you. What's your name, ma'am? Tanishka Lengde. Okay, thank you. Yes, we are very, please stop. We are very addicted to comfort, and certainty. We don't like discomfort, and growth happens through discomfort. Can you guess that I run a half and full marathon? And how many of you run half or full marathon? Anybody? How many of you run 5 kilometers? Yeah? 5. I am 58 running. I run half and full marathons. It's very uncomfortable. But I've grown. No disease, no blood pressure, no sugar, no heart disease. In fact, I lost my eyesight glasses at -2. I don't need glasses. Now I can see each one. So discomfort brings growth. Okay, comfort brings degeneration. Comfort of chair brings blood pressure and diabetes. The discomfort of standing brings health. And therefore, I think most of us are addicted to comfort. And that degenerates us. All around us, there are people who say you cannot. A very big reason. Oh, business, yeah? What will you do, man? You cannot do business. Our teachers tell this, our relatives tell this, our boyfriend tells us, our girlfriend tells us. Our friends tell us. So I would like to run a little bit of exercise here to get you all involved. Please look to your left or right and just say 2 words. What are those 2 words? You can. You cannot is to be replaced by. So please, will you do that? Look to your left or right, look the person in the eye and just say, please, come on. No, not somewhere here, there. Look in the eye. You can. Believe me, you can. We are surrounded by people who say you cannot. Okay? So we have to convert that cannot into a can. At least in words. Okay? So we can. We keep company of job seekers. Right? If there are 10 people who drink alcohol and 1 person doesn't, what are the chances that 1 person will start drinking and 10 persons will quit? Yanare, beer nahi pita. What useless fellow. You don't smoke? It's not cool. Yeah? So, We become what we keep company with. Job seekers, there are job seekers around us, we all become job seekers. This is my reason. Actually, everything in life is uncertain. Okay, and we are going to see in further slides how life is really uncertain. But we are comfortable in certainty. Packages are getting very attractive. When I got my first offer of a package from Bajaj Auto in 1987, can you tell me what could be my package? Any one person raise your hand and stand. There is a prize for guessing my package. 1987 I graduated, I appeared for an interview with Bajaj Auto and I got a package of. Now per month or year? Per month how much? I got a package of 1200 rupees a month. 1200. So 1200, they don't even pay tunes these days, right? I am an engineer, graduate engineer with 75% marks, with 80% in strength of materials. Yeah, control system engineering 87 out of 100. I was 5th in the university. I got 1200 rupees. So packages are getting very attractive, and therefore that's another reason why young people shun entrepreneurship. And finally, I think that we think that less work, more pay is sustainable. But let me tell you, less work, more pay doesn't sustain. So the only way we have to learn if we have to earn more is to work more. More work, more pay, sustainable, forever. Let there be World War II, World War III, doesn't matter. People have made fortunes in World War II. So more work, more pay is the only certain thing. Okay, packages are killing your careers. Next please. I promised you, and Ashish, maybe somebody can, I don't know where don't know where I'm pacing it, but I'm okay, I think. We have another half an hour, right? Yeah, okay. So let's take the world we are living in. I gave you an example of America and Pakistan. Yeah? This is a very India-centric map we have. You see India in a different color than the rest of the world. I was talking to a very prominent economist in the US. I was a member of the Control System Integrators Association of America. They used to hold very nice, I would say, what are these called? Conferences, 2-3 days. And they used to invite prominent economists from the US. One day I went and the person was giving talk on various countries. And he didn't talk much about India. So in the breakout session I went and I asked him, what's your take on India? He said, India is a fantastic country of job seekers. You have infinite potential, you have positive demographics. You have 1.4 billion people, millions of youth who can build this world many times over. You see, an American is hopeful of India. He said, you have millions of youth who can build this world many times over. Okay? But how? Because whether you are entrepreneur or job seeker. Yeah? So let's take a look at what is there. Europe is aging and shrinking. My daughter lives in Belgium. I went to Germany recently. I saw, you look at Brussels airport, all old people. I see, probably Ashish and I are the oldest in this room. You are very young. You are representing India. Okay? We have, you are professor, sir? Yeah. See how young, half my age maybe, I don't know. So, Europe is aging. They have negative population growth. China is aging and losing labor and wage advantage. Africa is dormant, but if we miss this bus, Africa is the next continent that is going to be stronger than India. Yeah? Uh, the Indian diaspora is spreading like wildfire. We have our people in Kerala, from Kerala in the Middle East. We have the Punjabis and Gujaratis in America, Canada, North America. We have the Tamilians in Singapore, Malaysia, and Australia. We have our people all over the world. And we must make use of these people for mutual trade. Okay? And that is a possibility I want to keep you in mind. Okay? So that is where, now or never, if Africa catches up, believe me, they have much more physical strength than us. They have more endurance than us in terms of hard work. They can be more uncomfortable. So the day Europe decides that we will not invest in India, we will invest in Africa, you will see by the time you become my age, Africa will be a developed nation and we will not. Okay? So this is the world scenario. What is the picture on the right? Anybody? Yes? Louder please. Unicorn, right? What is the picture on the left? Sujalam Sufalam, Sasya Shamalam, Mataram, Vande Mataram. That's what the boy is singing, isn't it? Flying an Indian tricolor. Fifth largest economy, slated to become third largest. Now, if we want to be a part of the growth story, we have to be here, not in America. Great infrastructure initiatives. I was driving from Kolhapur just now. Fantastic infrastructural work going on all over India. And I am not making any political statement. I am not a politician. I don't care about politics. So I am just looking. When I look and I see infrastructure. In my childhood, it took me 16 hours going from Aurangabad to Nagpur. Now with the Samruddhi Mahamarg, Mumbai to Nagpur, I go in 4.5 hours. Okay? We have great infrastructure initiatives right now. Millions of educated youth and global corporations are headed by Indians. Indra Nui, I don't, Satya Nadella, we talked about 3 names. There are many more, Sabir Bhatia. I just, there are many, it's a complete list. The world is envious of our people. Okay? And that is what is happening in India. Next please. Well, we might say, this is about future or current, what about history? I will tell you, success is in our DNA. Our forefathers were a part of the Silk Route. We were the biggest economy till 1838. The biggest economy. There is a presentation on YouTube I will give you by a Dutch person. Till 1838, our grandfathers, our forefathers, your forefathers, my forefathers, they ruled the world. We were the biggest economy. And if you want to look up, you can go and see the Silk Route. Before we were colonized and looted for centuries, we were a Sone ki chidi. You've seen that as a part of history. Right? We have been plundered, we have been looted for centuries. Still we happen to be the 5th largest economy in the world. Yeah? Collectively we were strong. We had cottage industries all around the country. All of us, our forefathers, somebody made chappals, somebody was a carpenter, somebody was something. But that was the backbone of our economy. This was destroyed by the British because they made us ashamed of our fathers' caste and father's profession. Somebody was a blacksmith, somebody was a goldsmith. And using that, our forefathers had one of the best merchant navy. And they carried goods to the Middle East and even to the Europe. We went by land, we went by sea, we sold our merchandise world over, and we became a Sone ki chidiya. We didn't become Sone ki chidiya by only consuming and producing what we do. We became Sone ki chidiya by exporting more than importing. Right now, we are importing much more than we are exporting. Okay? So, we are collectively very strong. In my childhood, there used to be one big fish. Doordarshan used to carry that. There were many small fishes appearing as a big fish. There was no Amazon in our country. Yet, we were Sone ki Chidiya. Because we all believe in tiny cottage industries, where the grandfather, the son, everybody worked together in a family. Each one of us had a business of our own, and we exported. Textile. Before Manchester, before the British destroyed Indian handloom, we were big. So it's in our DNA to be successful. Believe me, you just have to wake up that gene of entrepreneurship. All across India, from Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Ase to Himachal, we were a very successful community, all of us. Yeah? Please. Now let's come a little close to you and me. What is the scenario in Karnataka? Yes, can you read? Anyone from back there? Back benches? Yes, sir. You, glasses. Can you read? You cannot read these? Karnataka is one of the top 5 industrialized states of India. Tell me true or false. Right? What are the other 4? Gujarat, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Delhi. Well, Delhi is, yeah. But Karnataka is definitely in top 5. Please, thank you. One of the most peaceful states. One of the most educated states. True or false? Come on, educated people, clap for yourself. Bangalore is the Silicon Valley of India. True or false? Yes. Bangalore is a great ecosystem of manufacturing, IT, services, many people. You are attracting the brain from India. My son lives in Bangalore. I said, be in Aurangabad. He said, no, Baba, I want to be in Bangalore. He works for a company called Lam Research. It's a Silicon Valley company. Honeywell has its R&D center in Bangalore. Siemens has its R&D center in Bangalore. Yeah? Tier 2 cities are also vibrant. I saw a lot of vibrancy in Hubli and Dharwad. I saw a lot of vibrancy in Belgaum. Right? Mysuru. Outstanding. The per capita income of Karnataka is higher than that of Maharashtra. True or false? Google, come on smartphones. I guarantee you, per capita income of Karnataka is higher than that of Maharashtra. We are 12 crores, we are what? How many crores? Karnataka? 6.5. Yeah. So you look up, is per capita income of Karnataka higher than Maharashtra? And some of the greatest entrepreneurs are from Karnataka. Right? So when we have such a great lineage, when we have such great heritage, isn't that what more do you need? And we will come up with those reasons. I think the scenario in Karnataka is fantastic. Yeah? Let's go forward. Now, we talked about risk and uncertainty. How many of you came on two-wheelers here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. How many of came without helmet? See, honest people, stand up please. Thank you. You're honest, but unsafe. Business risk is much lesser than life risk. You ride a two-wheeler on a highway, this highway is very close, I'm sure you use the highway to come here. And without helmet, it's a big risk. So you are not risk aware, ours. You can take risk. And don't tell me, sir, I can take risk with life but not with profit. Okay? We run other people's businesses, right? And we take risks. The risk of being an underpaid employee is much more than the risk of being an entrepreneur. Can you please repeat this sentence with me? What is my last sentence there? Can somebody read, please? Let's do this together, okay? The risk of being an underpaid employee is much more than the risk of being an entrepreneur. True or false? Louder, please. See? That's why entrepreneurship. Yeah? We'll see some other reasons why we should be there. Next, please. I will touch base a little bit upon mythology. The first definition, if you remember, we start, it makes you Brahma. Yeah? Brahma created the universe. You create your own universe. It's your own world. I create my own world. Many times I am in my world, somebody pinches me, come out, I come out. But I am in my own world now. I create my own universe. And we will dwell upon this in the next slides. How we create our own universe. We become Brahma. We conduct. We become Vishnu. And then there is a picture of creator and destroyer together. So you'll say, what do I destroy? It destroys poverty. So you become Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh, Rudra. You become Dattatreya. Yeah? If you become an entrepreneur, you destroy poverty. Poverty of thought, poverty of action, poverty of money. And that's how beautiful being an entrepreneur is. This is my interpretation of mythology. I created logical, I created Shilpi, I created my own world. I am the pujari in my temple. This is what I tell visitors, this is I tell my customers, this is what I tell my, you have a temple. You know, have you ever wondered why so many beautiful temples in this country still exist? Yeah, Madurai Meenakshi. You name that. Karnataka is home to so many beautiful temples. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who the pujari is today. It didn't matter who it was 200 years ago. And it doesn't matter who it is going to be 1,000 years from now. That's the beauty of our country. Who is at Padmanath temple? I don't know. Yeah? So I think that we owe it to Aham Brahmasmi. It's me. I am the creator. I am the conductor. Because if you carry this into a job, what do you become? If you carry this sentiment into a job, what are you called? Anybody knows? Anybody heard of entrepreneur? There is an entrepreneur and there is an intrapreneur. It is somebody else's business, but I am Brahma. I may not be Brahma, but I am Vishnu. I am conductor, I am carrying this. So carry this spirit of entrepreneurship, if not entrepreneurship, when you go and seek jobs, create something, conduct something, and destroy bad habits in that company. When new people come in, join my company, I say, what are you going to destroy in my company? Can you identify something you would like to destroy? One person was very smart. How many of you have heard of 5S? Yeah? So he said, sir, let us carry out 5S and let us throw away some scrap from our company. And he made my shop floor very clean. Yeah? So we can be destroyers of the bad in our own business. Okay? So this is the mythological background of what entrepreneurship is all about. Yes. And by the way, you saw who is at the feet of Vishnu? Yes? Lakshmi. Lakshmi sits at the feet of Vishnu. So if you are Vishnu, Lakshmi will sit at your feet. It's very mythologically important, very beautiful. You should look into this. Yeah? I'm sorry, the font is very small. Why entrepreneurship? I will have to read it, unfortunately. This we have covered. If you become an entrepreneur, you will help build the nation. To me, this is the most important thing. Because the government cannot create infinite jobs. It's not the government's job to create jobs. It's our job to create jobs. It is Tata's job to create jobs. It is the Birla's job to create jobs. And we cannot only think of Tata's and Birla's. 15 minutes? Okay. Creating jobs and exporting globally is a modern day patriotism. We don't have to pick up the gun and kill any Firanghi. Earning green bucks for our country, earning dollars, reducing current account deficit, increasing export, reducing import. We are importing petroleum, we are importing all our electronics. Almost, I would say 90% of our electronics is imported. There is almost nothing made in India, and we must make it. Yeah? Lucrative jobs in IT will soon dry out. Believe me. AI is taking over. I saw Infosys and TCS, their results. They're not quite as good. Because, now 200, 300 people, companies are competing with Infosys and TCS. They are going abroad. They are ex-manager from Infosys and TCS. Now they have started their businesses with lower overheads, lower charges. They are going to the Americans and Europeans and saying, we do the same thing as TCS does or Infosys does. And you will see that the results of Infosys and TCS are going down. Because the cost advantage is gone. Yeah? Green card. How many years for green card now? Yes? 5 years? It's 35 years for a green card. So forget about America. You can be stuck in H1B and even H1Bs are not happening. Okay, so forget about your American dream. You go there for a degree, 50, 60, 70 lakh rupees. No job. If you get a job, no H1B. If you get an H1B, no green card. And you miss out on all opportunities here. Foreign degrees are absolutely worth it these days. Yeah? Worthless. Please. I don't know if I can speak on behalf of Tata Technologies, but I know Tata Motors. I worked in Tata Motors. Larger Indian businesses like Tatas, Birlas, Mahindras, they are all wanting young MSME vendor base. They are all helping their successful people or people who want to be successful to set up units. How many of them come here looking for young entrepreneurs? I don't know. But I know one company in Hubli, they are doing work for Foxconn, the makers of iPhone. They are looking for good supply chain partners. You know how many handsets Foxconn will be making for Apple? Anybody having an idea? How many of you own iPhone? Nobody? iPhone? What is the mobile phone market in India? And how many of mobile phones will be made in India and exported? In your back door, those from Hubli, please look up, a big company is going to make iPhone. Can you name it? How many of you from Hubli? Nobody from Hubli. Oh, these are all proper. Okay, anyway. So, there are cluster facilities. In Aurangabad, Ashish has set up 2 clusters. One is Marathwada Auto Cluster, other is a Brownfield Electronics Cluster. You don't have to make capital investment. Somebody said, I don't have capital. You can use these cooperative facilities to prototype your product, to build it to a certain level, and only when it is absolutely essential to set up your own factory, you can set it up. You don't need a big factory setup. It's gone. Government is promoting such clusters everywhere. You will be surprised. My in-laws belong to Gulbarga. My wife is from Gulbarga. They are having the cluster of Tur Dal. I said, Tur Dal cluster? Yeah, we export tur dal from Gulbarga. So government is going to district level to promote businesses. Be aware of it, go to your local DIC center. They will tell you what are the benefits. They are not easy to come, but they will come. There are many such possibilities. Startup ecosystem is growing. There are government incentives. I would like to promote, I'm sure Ashish must have talked, Magic, one of the organizers of this, they will give you incubation space. You can come, you can set up your unit there, you can perfect your prototype to a certain level and then go to the market. There are mentors available. People who are 10 times, 20 times, 50 times more successful than me, they will come and mentor you on how to scale your business. What is your to the market strategy? And this is all free of cost. So there are large companies like Tata's and then there are initiatives like Magic. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay. I like the first one. You create your own intellectual property. Yeah. When you create your intellectual property, you create your own technology. You don't know how much will it be worth someday. As long as you do basic pioneering work, you create your own brand. You can wear it very proudly. Can you read this? Yeah. This brand belongs to no one. This is mine. It may be very small, but my brand. So you create your brand. And the brands, they live much beyond the promoter. Whether I am gone or not, Shilpin will remain. Yeah, you can encash the brand also. You create employment, your own family members can join your business. Yeah. If you see, you may get a job, but there may be somebody who is not quite as educated as you are, your cousin brother, somebody from somewhere. So we have to revive this family business. And when you go for a job instead of an entrepreneurship, you deny your relatives an opportunity to seek a job. And he becomes financially dependent on you. So I think one of the benefits of being an entrepreneur is you employ your own people. You get more time for your hobbies. I don't want to go with every point because we have limited office, but limited time. You create your own office building, you create your own workshop, you create your own real estate if you are an entrepreneur. Yeah, if you work for a company, at the most you may own a flat. That's all. But when you, and this happens side by side. You know, we have about 10 shops, 2 factory buildings, some acres of land. And it has grown from business. And the net worth of what I would have had in job is much more now that I am in business. Yeah. Yeah, you can have one job. If you do moonlighting, maybe 2 jobs, but you can have multiple businesses. I know people who have 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 businesses. In a job, you can have only one job. So have that hope that I'll start multiple businesses. Okay? And there are people like my relative who have 20 crores and they say, what do we do? They're so poor, they only have money. Yeah? So if you have ideas, right now is the best time to start a business in India. Next one, please. You know more people know you. If you are in a job, you know very few people. So your influence is much more when you are an entrepreneur. Even if you fail as an entrepreneur, fellow entrepreneurs will be very, very supportive of you. But if you fail in business, your boss may support you, may not support you. So it depends. In a particular, you develop a product, you fail. The customer will support you. He'll say, okay, have you tried enough? And if you don't give up, he'll give you more money. But in the job, they may fire you, particularly if they find you are insincere. So I think that is another advantage why you should be in business. You decide your own schedule, you decide your own priorities. These are some of the other benefits. And one of the most I like is, normally in your own company, there is no politics. Yeah? This was my most important point why I started my business. I did not have to fight politics. I have made it a point in my company, no politics. And by chance, if there is politics, in your own company, you are the strongest politician. And that is the benefit of being an entrepreneur. And you can drive your value system, you can drive your company the way you want. There are infinite opportunities to grow in India for next 50 years. Believe me, last 30-35 years belong to China, next 50 years belong to us. How many of you believe in that? Yes. So, big round of applause for Mahabharati. Entrepreneurs think and care for their team, they care for their customers, they care for their suppliers, they care for shareholders. So, when you are in a job, you just care for yourself. But when you become an entrepreneur, you first pay your employees. Because as an employee, you want to be paid first. So, your capacity enhances. Yeah? When you become an entrepreneur. I have repeated a few. Sorry. Yeah, the last but one point is most important. See, I mentioned that there are many. We are in a joint venture talk with a Slovakian company. There are many companies in Aurangabad that are forming joint ventures with European companies. Okay, the aging population of Europe is looking for young Indian entrepreneurs, particularly in mechanical. You know, Germany is way ahead in mechanical. Right? Slovakia is way ahead in mechanical engineering. Belgium is ahead in mechanical engineering. Italy, special purpose machine manufacturing. So there are infinite opportunities, their capital, their know-how and your effort. So you can form a lot of joint ventures. But you can form joint ventures 1, 2, 3 years from now only if you are an entrepreneur to begin with. Yeah? I have been to the United States 40 times in the last 7-8 years. So you get to go globally. You met entrepreneurs from there. Their people are getting older. They are looking for younger people. And India is the place. Joint venture is something that you should carry in your mind always. Yeah? Yeah, last point. Sorry. If you don't become entrepreneur, then people who are less qualified than you will become. See, vacuum doesn't remain just like that. Vacuum is filled by something. So if young mechanical engineers don't become entrepreneurs, ITI people will become, diploma people will become. It's very natural. Don't think that if you don't become, nobody will become. Okay? So that's another reason why you should consider entrepreneurship. Well, probably one of the last slides, but yeah, 2-3 minutes. You can never be laid off from business. You are never fired. Many people in IT industry at the age of 40, 45, 50 they are laid off and then they don't know what to do. In business, my father died last year, age 89. He worked till the last day. Yeah? So you can never be laid off. Our energy and labor costs are still very low. Okay? I think that's a great opportunity. We can have the competitive advantage globally. Customers keep coming to you. They will come to Belgaum if you have a great product or service. Okay? You don't have to go there. You have an access to global market with things like Amazon. You can sell your things on Amazon, YouTube. That's one way, digital marketing. Other is customers will come from abroad. I receive between 5 to 10 foreigners every year in my company. So we had a delegation from UK recently in Aurangabad. So there are many growth opportunities. This is the reason why you should be an entrepreneur. Yeah, I think this is a repetition. So we can take last 1 or 2 minutes, 1 or 2 questions maybe, or I am done. Ashish, I am done almost.
1 or 2 questions.
1 or 2 questions I can very quickly take if you have any, you know, I would be very happy to answer it shortly. No questions? Then I have a question for you. Yes? Thank you very much. It's been good for me to deliver I don't know if it was good for you to listen to, but I wish you all the best in your career planning. I guarantee you success if you become an entrepreneur. You need any help offline, you can contact me. You can contact me while I'm here, or you can contact me offline anytime. You can come for internship. We'll give you projects that you don't think you will be able to. I have not talked about my business because it was forbidden. I am not supposed to do branding of my company here, but we will show you what people of your age are capable of doing. Okay, so you are welcome. You can do your internship with us and take a business model from us and try to be entrepreneurs yourself. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Abhay, for that 1 hour of engaging conversation about why entrepreneurship.